So welcome to the stream, and we're going to do some Mega Maker. I've also resized the windows so it doesn't look a bit stretched. The last time it looked a little bit off. Now it should look a bit more presentable. You'll see black borders on either side, but I can't really fix that without messing up the setup. I'm going to turn the volume down on this just a little bit. Yeah, for some reason the game still has this weird problem where you can't manually turn the volume down, so you have to like turn down the master volume of the Windows mixer, which is kind of annoying because then I have to turn it back up for everything else, but whatever, hopefully they can fix that. This is version 1.0.1, so they've made some fixes. Oddly enough, they've added the option to mute it, but not to adjust the in-game volume. Hopefully the next update they'll be doing that. This, oh, right, okay, that's right. It's one of those passwords where it doesn't actually show, so thank God. So let's see how my level's doing online since the last time. Score 2. Yeah, that's better than I thought. I thought it was going to be like -1 or something. Let's just do some random levels and then we'll maybe build something, because I want to see what kind of stuff I'm going to get. Now that the game's been out for a few days, maybe we'll get something good. Spin to win. Right, okay, let's do this. Let me know if the audio is okay on the gaming and the voice and whatnot. It's not too loud, too quiet, etc. Oh, right. Now see what it's called, spin to win. Bit too slow there. I need to be quick so that I can make that. It literally is just spin to win. I mean, it is kind of a cool idea. Oh fuck. I pressed the jump button slightly too late. It's a cool idea though. It reminds me of Mario Maker did something like this with one of its mechanics. I think it's like when you ride Yoshi or something, you bounce off of like otherwise hazardous objects, stuff like that. Gotta wait for another enemy to spawn. There. Don't know if you can bounce on them when they're like still hidden away. Oh, you can actually, yeah, you can attack them while they're still hidden. Yep. Sorry, I got this. I like that you can still do like the footstep the footstep thing. I don't know what the term for that is, just like inching along, I guess. What? Oh, wait a minute, am I supposed to go that way? Yeah, I just realised it's not up that way, it's down this way. I think. So, yeah, there has been an update on this game. They've made a number of bug fixes, but I don't think they've added any new content yet. However, the devs do say they plan to add more to this, including content from Mega Man's 9 and 10, which I actually want because 9 and 10 are awesome. I don't know why I instinctively go up there thinking that's the way forwards. I don't know, it's just the way it's designed that makes me think, okay, go that way, not go this way. Damn it. Yep, I'm gonna suck a little bit. suck but not below. Yeah, screw that. Mere pixel or mere pixels away from missing that jump. It's really not that difficult, but you know me, I'm not that good when it comes to stuff like this. I'd like to think that I am, but I'm not. Oh! Right, I didn't realise I could hit enemies from above. I thought that was going to kill me there. Like, there was a bit right above me, I thought it was going to be like, nope, you can't hit them from below. Right, okay, I know what to do now. Also, when you die, for some reason all the bats go to the left, even though that's not where I fell. There we go. That was okay for a level that was designed around the spinner. The top spinner. Is this still capturing the mouse cursor? Hang on a second. Yep, it's still capturing the mouse cursor, that's good. We'll need that so that you can see the game later, like so you can see me make stuff. I couldn't cancel out of that there. A flooded underground city, that sounds cool. I like this song, this is from Wily Castle Mega Man 3? I think it's Mega Man 3. I actually think Mega Man 3 is my favourite of the series. Like, most people will say, like, when you ask somebody what's your favourite Mega Man game from the classic series, and they'll say, oh, it's 2. But that seems to be, like, the easy choice. I can see why people go for that one, but I think 3 is actually a little bit better for a few reasons. I just think the level design and the robots in that one are just a little bit better, plus there's an extra part that kind of makes the game last longer, which is good. Like, when you beat all the robot masters, you usually go to Wily's Castle, but in Mega Man 3 you've got like an extra part where you've got to go and destroy the classic robots as well, which is kind of a cool idea. Oh fuck, he's doing a lot of damage. Oh, come on! I mashed the button there, I didn't do quick enough. I should have by no means been able to beat him without dying there. There. Fairly short, but still good. The Stone Age. Zero score, but it's been played 6 times. Toadman is the worst robot master ever. I don't know, there's some stiff competition. Chargeman is a pretty bad one. I think that's from Mega Man 6, the train. Those Junkmen from when's that from? Mega Man 5, Junkman? Or no, it's Mega Man 7. Sorry, I think Dustman was the one I was thinking of from 5. But yeah, in Mega Man 7, there's one called Junkman, which is literally just like one that's made of like garbage. I think, like he literally is just a trash man. Whoa, what the fuck? I don't know if you saw that though, but that robot kind of wiped out a little bit. That was terrible. Like that little hippity hop thing just kind of like warped around there for some reason. I don't know why it did that. Don't have any other weapons. See, when I play Mega Man, I tend not to use the other weapons during the level. I like to play it with just Mega Buster. I only use the other weapons when I come to a boss. I don't know, that's kind of how I like to play it. I like to play it with just the Buster. Sometimes I'll use other weapons if I feel I need to. Like, because there will be, like, sometimes in Wily's Castle you'll have to use, like, a weapon or two if you want to advance. Sometimes I'll use it in the room if I feel it helps an otherwise really difficult room. Like, if it's just a bit too overwhelming without, like, a certain power-up. Okay, I can't focus anymore. Come on. It's funny how I did this my first try, for the most part. There. Oh, I can't slide. I didn't see the spikes. Did anyone else see those spikes? Because I didn't see those, like, they kinda camouflaged in with the background. At least that's kind of what it looked like to me there. Of course, once you die, then you see it. But I didn't actually see it. Oh, fuck off. How are you supposed to predict that? I like how when I said I did not saw the spikes, I immediately get responded to with people saying, oh, I saw them. Like people don't say, oh, I can kind of see why you might have not saw that because of the background. They're just like, oh, I saw them. Yeah, sometimes he fires that other projectile a little bit earlier. Yeah, now I can see it. I'm not even going to say anything. All things considered, I haven't really played levels, like, most levels I've played so far are not like bullshitty Kaizo levels, but this might be, I wouldn't say Kaizo, but it's definitely harder than some of the other levels I've played thus far. fucking... I don't know what that's called, but fuck it. That's a way to kind of speed that up, I guess. Yeah, you see that robot sometimes just warps about on that? I don't know why. Nearly there. Don't want to walk too far and run into that. Seems totally doable, this one. Just wait until he falls to pieces and then I can hit him when he comes back up. Come on. Which Mega Man is this music from? Is it Mega Man 5? There. I'm going for the cheap out here because I don't feel like dying and going all the way back again. There's no checkpoints. There we go. Just check if the microphone is still connected because I moved it. Right, we're good. I'm not going to give that a thumbs up, but I'm not going to give it a thumbs down either. Ugh. So I keep clicking search by accident, it's misclicking in random levels. Burp la burp, and it's got a -3 by a person called Beppy. This gonna be fun. This gonna be fun. So I've got top spinner, I've got the magnet beam, and I've got the rush coil. I said I was going to maybe make some levels off the stream so that I could show you guys them. I haven't actually touched Mega Maker since the last time. So maybe between this session and the next I can show you that. That's weird that you can't kind of continue sliding when you get hit. I thought you kind of like stop sliding for a brief moment before you continue sliding. Oh fuck. Yeah, screw that. I'm guessing top spinner's the weakness. Oh fuck. There. If I used the top spinner, I would have bounced up and hit those spikes. I'm dumb, but I'm not that fucking dumb. Like, I know what's going on. Let's see, what else have we got here? Oh god, my first one. Didn't we do this one? Hang on a second, I thought we did. I thought we did one by somebody called Mega Mario Sonic or whatever his name was. So I'm not entirely sure. But I was gonna say that's a pet peeve of mine with like games like Mario Maker. Never call your uploaded level my first level, because that's kind of bad. It's a poor first impression for what could be a decent level. Although, having said that, I don't think I have did this one. Oh fuck! I was paying attention to see where that robot went, it fucking despawned. Like, I know it's common for enemies to despawn off the edge of the screen, but usually they have to go a bit of distance before they do that. Like, he wasn't that far away and he just disappeared quite quickly. See what I mean by that? I think usually they have to go like at least half a screen's worth before they actually disappear for good. In most cases. Let's see if I can get a health drop. Preferably a big health drop. What Mega Maker should have done is have a difficulty completion rating sort of thing, like Mario Maker, so you can kind of sort everything out by the amount of, you know, like the amount of times people completed it versus the amount of times they failed, and then generate like a difficulty rating for that. That way, if you wanted to sort it by like most difficult or the least completed, then you can do that. Not that I would do that, but, you know, the option would have been nice. Oh, I've got all the weapons right. Oh wait, Iceman's not in this shit. I don't know who the boss is then. No boss shit, but there is a checkpoint, that's good. Yeah, if you haven't seen this one, also let me move that mouse cursor. If you haven't seen this one, this is like a Smash one. Smash Deflection Shield. The thing that Fox uses. Let's see what they want me to do here. Or I can use the Magnet Beam, I guess. Maybe they want me to use Magnet Beam on this. Yeah, I'm not very good at timing that. Like, you've got to... The way I was trying to do that was kind of releasing the beam as you jump. Forgot about the ice physics. Yeah, like that. Ah! Oh fuck! I thought it was the boss room there. Fuck that. Sorry, I didn't like that one. Oh fuck off! My first level? Why do people do that? Like, seriously? Like, don't fucking upload your first level with the name My First Level. But I think that's going to be a running theme with these Mega Maker streams, is just me saying that, because I can see a lot of people doing that. Can we leave the boss room? Well, we can leave the boss room, just not the way I wanted. Wow, that's kinda badly put together, like the way the doll's not working properly. What the fuck? What? Why did they fall through the ground? That was weird. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let me guess, my first level? Nope, deep diving. No, let's give this a shot. Oh, right, I need to drop down. Oh yeah, there's like water tiles you can put down as well. I should probably try that. See, that's the thing with Mario Maker that kind of disappointed me. You couldn't make like localized sources of water. It was either a dry level or it was entirely a water level. So it's cool that in Mega Maker you can actually like make localized water areas. Also, how the fuck? Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, I was thinking maybe I go that way. Like, it was like a trick, but it's not. Oh yeah, Mega Maker Part 1 was uploaded today. People didn't see that yet. The fuck? This kind of feels like that one other level I played where it was like there's like a secret exit somewhere and that you're not supposed to go that way. I just don't know where it is. Oh, wait a second, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. There we go. You just had to damage boost it. Yeah, I remember that level I did the last time I played this, and it was like, I couldn't get beyond a certain part, and it turns out there was like a secret exit somewhere. And the funny thing is, I discovered that secret exit by accident, like the first time, before I even got to the point where you couldn't get beyond it. Well, that's cool, an elevator segment, sort of. I should try this. Nice. Don't want to give that a thumbs up, but I'm not going to give it a thumbs down. Now, let's see what have we got next on the chopping block. Lost Man, created by Metal Socks. Why is he called Lost Man? Mega Man 6 style bust on, nice. There he is. It's Lost Man. Wow, that was easy. I kinda want to give that a thumbs down just for how short and simple it was. And I'm going to do that. Like, there was nothing to it really, it was just one room, and then a tiny corridor, and then the boss, and then that was it. Sparkman again. I wish there was some way to know ahead of time what weapons and stuff you're coming into the stage with, because it does change depending on which level you're playing. Yeah, that's totally fair. Oh, wait a second. Oh look, it's a hammer, Joe. They'll swing their mighty hammers around and then throw them. So you better watch your... Don't know if that was worth it. Did I get to keep that, or is it just... has it been taken away from me? No, I get to keep it? Okay, that's good. Because I don't lose life since this doesn't have any extra lives, so that was kind of worth it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the sound effect for the electric thing, or the magnet beam, kinda sounds a little bit lower quality than all the other sound effect assets. I'm not sure why that is, but hopefully they can replace that with a higher quality sound. Like, It's not super obvious, but I can kind of tell it by wearing headphones. Like, because the jumping, the firing, hitting enemies, like all the sound effects sound quite crisp. And the electric one sounds very, very slightly muffled. I'm not sure why that is, but I can definitely notice it. It's not to the point where it's like, oh god, please make this sound stop. It's just like, oh, I don't know why this is a little bit lower quality than the other sound effects, but okay. Ah, fuck. I'm dead. Oh, not dead yet. I thought that last hit there would have got me. That level was okay. I think we're going to start seeing some more bullshit levels now that the game's been out for a few days, but that one was fine. Dimension shift. This one sounds like it could be fun. Probably make use of the portals. I should try using some of those portals for my levels as well, see what I can come up with. Oh, I recognise this song. It's Time Man from Mega Man 1 powered up. Time's up! It would be cool if they like made 8-bit versions of like of those levels, like the assets. I mean, maybe they plan to do that if they have the music for that already. Wonder if they've got the Oil Man song. Can't believe it took me that many jumps to get around that. I actually really like the Time Man theme song. So it's a pretty good song. Come to think of it, doesn't Powered Up have like 8-bit versions of the levels? Maybe they have like 8-bit assets that they created that you could just use them instead. Oh, here's the dimension shift part of the level. I kind of get why it's called dimension shift. It's not just the portals. Every part of the screen, like every screen is a different theme. Like, because now we're in the jungle. Now we're in Bomb Man's arena, even though it's not Bomb Man. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I don't think I forgot about you. Yeah, that eyeball, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just sit back and watch this fight. That was a good one. How much you want to bet I'm going to get at least one more, my first level, before the end of the night? Crashman returns. I think my Crashman is my least favourite robot in Mega Man 2. Just because he's kind of annoying to fight. Like, even if you have his weakness, it's kind of really difficult to dodge his attacks. Him and Quickman, I think, also Flashman, but Crashman's the one that kind of sticks to me as like the annoying one. At least with Quickman you can kind of freeze him if you have the Flashman power up. Sadly, you can't hear the sound for that because I had to change the mixer settings, but thank you for the host, Ev. Hopefully they can fix the volume problems with this game so that they have to turn the Windows audio mixer down to like 10%. I think it's quick, man. Yeah, it's quick, man. Could have did that in my first try if I'd paid attention. Tempo somehow. Wow, look at the score, 115 points. This must be good. I mean, the level I made, I'd like to think was kinda decent for like a first level. And it wasn't called my first level, but it's still only got like 2 points. I think this is like the highest rated one I've seen so far. I wonder if you can sort levels by rating, so that you can see which one's like the highest rated at the moment. By the way, true story, when I played Mario Maker, oh, so that doesn't lead anywhere. When I played Mario Maker for the first time, I got the game a little bit earlier than most people because reasons. But because I had it slightly early, like, it was like 2 days early. Like, I think Friday was when it came out, I got it like 2 days beforehand. So I started making levels and I started like uploading them. And because Game Explain, I think, had the game early as well. Like, they had it because it was like a review copy. I got mine from a store early. And they actually found one of my levels and played it on their channel, which was kind of cool. It was like a... Fuck, what was that level? It was a level from Mario 3 where you go in the doors and it changes the size of the enemies from small to big and then back to small. It was basically just a remake of that, but instead of going down pipes, you go indoors to kind of get that effect. Oh no, sorry, it was instead of going indoors, you go down pipes to get that. Also had one of my levels featured on Vinesauce as well. Topsy-Turvy, I think that's like one of my best levels actually. He didn't finish it unfortunately, he got somewhat far, I think he got like 2/3 of the way and then he was like, okay, next level. Oh wow. Oh, that didn't actually count. I was about to say that was cool that I actually had him before the fight starts. But yeah, Topsy-Turvy was a pretty cool idea. I don't know why I came up with that, but I thought it was like the best thing ever made for Mario Maker. That was a pretty good level. Don't know if it was 116 points good, but it was good. Shineman investigates a submarine. What is with these levels? And who is Shineman? I like how the title's so long it actually had another line. Oh right, shine is in this shining thing. Damn it. Also, why do items and objects sit at the bottom of the screen even though it's a bottomless pit? Well, that was weird. Good evening, Abby. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, that's weird. See that? The way the items just kind of sit at the bottom? I don't think that's intentional. Also, I think this is the Toadman theme. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Been enjoying playing Mega Maker. It's basically Mario Maker, but Mega Man. And they've got some like custom power-ups, like only 2 so far, but this is one of them. The shining thing from Smash Brothers. I forgot what the term for it is, but it's like the thing that Fox uses. Nice. That was pretty good. We'll eventually make our own levels, but for now I want to take a look at what people's been making in the past, the Forgotten Mine, -1 point by Happy Tree Mario. Let's check this out. Because of the tools that you have at hand here, I could see people making like a trollish level where, say for example, you start here and it's like a really long and difficult path forward to the right, and then you get to a part that looks like you can just make it, but you can't, no matter how many times you try. And then it turns out you're supposed to go this way because there's like a screen transition, and then there's like an exit there. But I could see somebody doing that if it hasn't already been done. Like I said, you can put like horizontal screen transactions. Fuck. Thought I was supposed to drop down now. Okay, what the fuck? Like, that was my fault, but still, why did I jump that early? Okay, maybe I'm supposed to use the magnet beam there. It looks like you can just make that, but maybe you can't. Or maybe I'm not jumping close enough. I can start to see why this level got a -1. based on the screen alone. Gotta watch out for those hammer Joes and their mighty hammers. This screen is utterly pointless. I don't mean to sound like a level design critic, but that screen back there had 0 point. Like, look, nothing here. Like, there's a small bit of terrain, but that doesn't change anything. At least put a health item over there so that it does have a point. Oh! Guess they've not fixed that. Yeah, I don't like that one. Alright, next level. Deal like -1 again by Danny Boy. Hi D. Mega Man, Mega Man! Mega Man, Mega Man! Those are called Hammer Joes! Oh fuck. I think I know roughly when to step off of that. That's fun. I love how the projectile just goes straight back to them. Whoa, what the? Why did the screen not fucking scroll forward? What the hell? Yeah, I'm beginning to see why this one also got a -1 point. Shit. I only fucking fall for that because I'm trying to stop them from hitting me. There. Can I slide dash? Yeah, you can slide tackle. Slide dash. Yeah, for some reason it's like a screen lock up there that kinda messes that up. Okay, that was weird. Yep, I'm done with this. Is this a fan game? Yes, this is called Mega Maker. You can get it online by going to mega-maker.com. It's really good. I've been enjoying it so far. Dislike. I'm gonna try not disliking too much stuff, but that was kind of a crappily designed level. Sorry to say. Mega Man Adventures Level 1. Created by Ghosted Game. The only reason I'm using the mouse cursor is because when you go online, you can't really select anything with the controller for some reason, but when I go into the game you can actually use the controller properly. Like, you can navigate the online menus, but you can't actually select the buttons. Like, you can't say, confirm this. It's the fireman theme, isn't it? Also, I love that those big the big eye enemies, I think they're called big eyes, they give you a visual tell to let you know when they're about to do a big jump. Like, that makes all the difference compared to how it used to be. Like, 'cause you had no indication whether they were going to do a big jump or a small jump, so you just had to guess, which is not fun. Fuck. Don't want it to despawn off the edge. Ah! Let me pause that for a second so I can see what the chat's saying there. But yeah, I look forward to seeing more work being done on this, because they're going to be adding more content. Like, it's already got a pretty decent amount of stuff to work with, but there's only like 2 Robot Masters per game, so there's only 2 for 1, 2 for Mega Man 2, and so on. But they're going to be adding more Robot Masters, more hazards, more stage gimmicks, and I think they said they're also going to be adding stuff from Mega Man 9 and 10. So far it's just stuff from 1 to 6. But it's good to see that 9 and 10 are also going to be... Like, I've mentioned 9 and 10 before, I think they're great games. And I look forward to seeing those being added into this. Oh, your message didn't go through? What did you say? Nah. Would you say Darkest Dungeon is worth £8? Definitely. £8 of salt, but yeah, it is worth it. I haven't continued that game yet, I'm still going to be doing that, just want to find the right time to do it. You need to be on the very edge of that before it turns back. But that back keeps interfering. There we go. There we go. I've not seen this gimmick yet. Oh fuck. Oh fuck! Right, so I guess you can't make that jump. I would get the Parappa remasters if it wasn't for the fact that I'm still not used to the PlayStation buttons. Like, if it's a Nintendo game and it's like A, B, X, Y, it's like, okay, I can do this without thinking. But when it's like X, triangle, X, square, and it's like, what the fuck button am I pressing? Like, it's one of those games where I need to keep looking down at the controller so I know what I'm doing. So until I get better at, like, learning, like... It's not so much learning, it's just mentally training myself to remember the positions of the buttons, if that makes sense. Like, because like, I played the demo on stream and it was like, I like the game, but I can't mentally wrap my head around where the buttons are right now, and I need to get I need to get more familiar with them first before I can actually properly commit to that kind of game. Like, 'cause I do love rhythm games. Well, I love certain kinds of rhythm games. I'm not really into Guitar Hero or anything like that. I love Elite Beat Agents. I should maybe think about doing that at some point. I don't know, can I make this jump? Shit. Right, well now I know the spikes are there. Did this get a like it at all? I don't remember what the score was for this one. A while back I mentioned I was binge watching through this online video series that this one guy made over the past like 4 or 5 years. It's a video series called Animated Atrocities. And basically it looks at like really bad episodes or bad cartoons. So it's not just like bad episodes of good cartoons, it's also like bad cartoons in general, or bad films, just anything animated that's quite bad, and just reviews them. They're quite fun. I would recommend checking those out. I finally caught up to like the latest one, which was posted like a couple weeks ago, or a week ago. But yeah, the guy is called the Mysterious Mr. Enter, which is a weird name, but I would recommend checking that out. You used to watch him, but you got tired of the most minute things that he got mad about. Yeah, he gets quite angry sometimes. Doesn't bother me, it's entertainment, I guess. But I can kind of see why you don't like that. Oh, nice. Right, well, at least I got the checkpoint, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. Oops. But he's done over 140 episodes, which is kind of astounding, considering how long that's been going on for. He also has a separate video series that runs alongside it called Admirable Animations, which is basically just that, it's like good stuff. But I don't know if I'm going to be watching those because it'll probably talk about really good episodes of cartoons I've not watched. And there are some cartoons I've never watched that I would like to watch. Like, I made the exception for the first episode just to see what it was like, and it was like an episode from Courage the Cowardly Dog, which I've never actually watched, by the way. But it's one of those things that I've been meaning to watch at some point. But yeah, like some cartoons have some really amazing episodes that are probably better experienced firsthand than watching a review for. Whereas bad cartoons is probably better in a review format, so you can see like all the best bits and not have to trudge through the entire thing. So that's why I enjoy Animated Atrocities far better. This is the Mega Man 3 final boss theme. Mega Man 3 didn't start it, but I think Mega Man 2 was like the first game that started the trend of that the final boss's weakness was like the most useless weapon. Like, not every Mega Man game did it, but a lot of them did. Like, 2 did it, and then 3 did it as well. Like, because in Mega Man 2 you had a lot of really cool weapons, and then the weakness turned out to be Bubble Lead, which I don't think anybody ever uses. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not useful compared to, like, Metal Blade. Don't know if I want to thumbs up this one, because it wasn't horrible, but that one part with the spring was kinda like middle fingerish moment. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Oh look, we've got a -4. Usually I get like -1, but this is different. Deeply unpleasant. Yeah, I believe it is. Probably it's alright in the 8-bit deathmatch. But yeah, in Mega Man 3, you had to beat the final boss with the top spinner, which nobody ever fucking uses because that's like the worst weapon in Mega Man. At least it's one of them. Okay. Wow. Really? No second thought about that, that level was shit. Not even the boss. Battle against the True Bomber. Don't cry now! They spelled against wrong. A battle against a True Bomber. Shit. I mean, it's literally just a boss battle, there's no more to it than that. So as soon as I can pause, I'm just gonna leave this one. Wait, five legs? I'm sorry, but a single screen with just a boss fight and a weapon is not a level. Super Mario World Yoshi's Island 1. Like they spelt the island wrong. Is this Yoshi's Island? Does it? Oh wait a minute, it's talking about Super Mario World. When I read Yoshi's Island, I was thinking, oh, the Yoshi's Island game, not the Yoshi's Island world inside Super Mario World. So there's the pipe. I'm surprised I haven't seen a lot of like Mario level recreations so far. Is that NES crossover game still around? Because I wouldn't mind checking that out at some point. I don't know if that's still like a thing or if Nintendo ceased and desisted it or what. Hang on a second. Yeah, if I've made a YouTube show, which I'm still thinking of doing, then I'll probably do the same thing. Not really so much anime, but just cartoons, animations, and games, but mostly games. But I would love to talk about some animations like Futurama. I still think that's like not the best cartoon I've ever seen, but the best animated comedy I've ever seen. And South Park would probably be a close second. Oh, need to move that mouse cursor. Sorry if I leave the mouse cursor on sometimes. This is Super Mario World's level 1. Not as iconic as Mario's 1-1. Like the first Mario's 1-1. Do a podcast with you. What would we talk about for like an hour? Just say sorry to each other? Or just Simpsons quotes and Futurama quotes. Welcome to the Simpsons Quotes podcast with me and DJ Bruce. So you like podcasts, eh? Well, have all the podcasts in the world! That one was okay. Oh, no, not download back. I'm gonna start making a level shortly. I just wanted to enjoy some levels on here. After this one, I'm gonna see if I can find... Let's see if I can sort it by points. Super Mario Bros. 3 Final Boss Remake. Oh, I see. Right, okay, this is kinda cool. Cannot destroy... I thought I was supposed to destroy the thing underneath me, but I can't seem to do that. Oh well. I was gonna say that that was a cool idea if you could destroy the blocks underneath so that they could drop down. Or if they could destroy the blocks, but I don't think they can do that. Mario 1-1 Remake make. What? Speaking of Mario 1-1 remakes. Sorry, it's Mario. It's fucking Mario. Step right up, you know, it's time to go do the Mario time. I wish I had a better voice to imitate that, but I can't. I don't know what that video is called, but I think just look up Mario Time on YouTube and you'll probably find it. I like this song, Mega Man 3, I think? It's 3 or 4. I have streamed all of them, well, I've streamed the first 6 Mega Man games before, like in the Legacy Collection, like a year and a half ago. And I'll be streaming 7 through 10 once Legacy Collection 2 hits. Oops. I kinda rushed that because I saw that quick beam coming. Shit. Ah. I just clipped the fucking corner of that platform above. Wow, that part's kind of difficult. See, I'm not much of a moviegoer, and I'm not really good at like talking about movie stuff unless it's animated. Like, I don't know, like I could talk about Baby Driver, but I probably wouldn't be able to be very good at like discussing like what makes it such a good movie. Ah, fuck. Ah! Also, excuse me, but was this not meant to be a Mario 1-1 remake? What the fuck? This is nothing like Mario 1-1. I think maybe that's the joke, but still. Knew I was gonna miss that. Oh no. No! I saw that way too late, I just realised, fuck, quick beams there. Oh, I got a checkpoint, good. I didn't realise there was one there. As soon as I drop down, I need to get around there fast. Jesus. Mario 1-1 remake make. Remaking it's not good enough, we've got to make it now. Not even close. Still want to watch that Planet of the Apes movie. I need to check that out. I still want to watch the first two again before I go watch the third one. Even though I've seen them before, it's like one of those things where it's like, I've not seen these in a few years, it would be nice to watch them again. Just so I can refresh my memory and go into the third movie with that in mind. Do they have any platforming things? No, I don't have any extra platforming tools to get around this. And this Mega Man is stuck up here forever. That's the furthest I got so far, but that, even if I jumped from there, it still wouldn't have made it. Come on. How the fuck do people actually do this? 3 more tries. Oh fuck. Ah! Did I say 3 tries? 1 try, I'm done. My next, I know with absolute certainty that I'm not going to do any better than that, so why even bother? Oh, you can sort it by most popular, nice. 906. Wow, that's a lot. Let's check it out then. If it's question mark, I think there's no boss fight. If you're wondering what question mark means. Oh wait a minute, I know why this is as highly rated as it is. Vinny played this one. He streamed this like the other day and I saw him play this. But I'll let you guys see it as well. So it's basically just a 1-1 recreation. I'm actually going to show you something really cool, but let's just continue forward with this first. So yeah, as you can see, it's a fairly good recreation of like the Mario level. Now, I'm not going to finish the level yet. Oh, so there's nothing over here. I'm going to kill myself instead, just so I can show you something that's kinda neat. So instead of going through the entire level, I'm going to show you something else. And I thought this was actually really cool in and of itself, the way they kinda handled this. Due to the fact that you can use different backgrounds in the same area. So if we go down the pipe, now we're in the underground area, and the background and the tiles kind of reflect that. But if you go down here, now we're at the very end of the level. Like, I thought that was a really cool idea, I like that. So there you go, that was the 1-1 remake. So yeah, he streamed this level, I've seen it already, but I thought seeing that on the stream was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Nice way to use the tools. What do you mean that this is not hell? This is not Hell Wheel. So apparently you couldn't do this in Mega Man whatever one this was in, like this power-up. Ah, fuck. Don't know if I want to replay that level if there's no checkpoints. Well, I'll try it one more time. Like, there's a checkpoint over there. Which Mega Man was Skullman from? Was it 5 or 6? I think it may have been 5, but I don't remember. Ah! Gonna try something. Right, okay, so he can destroy that. So if he hits me at any point when I was walking across those spikes, that would have killed me. Unless I quickly put another one on. A lot of screen transitions in this level. There we go. Damn it. I mean, I'm right there. Like, I'm right at the checkpoint next to the door, but still. I hate it when you die to the boss, like when they're like one hit away. There we go. You just put an extra enemy there to try to get rid of your shield. Again, I don't know if it's 802 points good, but it's alright. Release height. Just for kicks. Melee Man. Let me guess, he's got the melee abilities. Super Mega Bros 1-1? Wait, is that the same thing? Also, what does the star icon mean? I don't know if it tells you what that means. It's also did 1-2 and 1-3. Putting my money where my mouth is by the deceased crab. Master Sonic 1 with a twist. title of that one sounds interesting enough to give it a look. This one seems okay so far. Don't have a lot of comments for it though, but it's not too bad. That's weird, that one gave me health and not an extra life. Is that what the extra lives do now? In Mega Maker? What was this level called again? Master System Sonic. I played that one before. It's an interesting game. Yeah, there's no boss fight in this one. Right, here's something that I don't understand. Hang on a second. Like, it's sorted by most popular, which you would assume is the score, but then we get 12, 18, 12, 18. Next page. Now it's all 11s. And now after 11 it goes to 16, 21, 21, 10. Like, I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Automatic do not move. Also, people have finally started making automatic levels. Right, okay. Controllers down, hands are away from it. Isn't there ice physics tiles that you could use to like slide along? Instead of having enemies kinda nudge you forwards? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think seeing Mega Man gradually getting hit by enemies is not as... It's not as entertaining as seeing him like sliding and bouncing everywhere in Mario Maker, like the player. Wait, I'm not pressing any buttons since the game's telling me not to. And then he kills himself by jumping into the pit. Or walking into it, that works too. And so did I. Because I didn't fucking feel like ending that on a high note. See, here's the thing though, it sorts it by most popular, so you think it would kind of go down, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. Mine says 2 points. Right, how about we make something then? What's extras? Oh right, this is just like for your profile and whatnot. Let's make something now. Oh yeah, there's Cossack as well. And Mr. X, I think, from Mega Man 6. There was a particular Wily Castle song that I really liked, but I don't remember which game it's from. I might have gone past it. This one's good, and then there's Mr. X. Right, okay, let's make shit. So this is the part of the stream where my commentary basically degrades exponentially because I can't design things and say cool things at the same time. Not that the things I say are cool, but you know what I mean. I can design levels, I can talk about shit, but I find it hard to do both. So this will be the starting point. Yep, this is Mega Maker. Hi, Chod. Let's see, what do we want for backgrounds? Nah, don't like the look of that one. Oh, that's weird. Why does it kind of cut out the top there like that? Maybe we should make the background black to kind of make up for that. Gotta go with that Ego Raptor knowledge, yeah, the Mega Man vs Mega Man X episode. Is it a window? Yeah, it might be, I don't know. I kinda want it to be all black though. Don't remember how you changed the colour. Ah, here we go. There we go. I love how easy the tool is in general, it's quite good. Unless there's another dark background that we could use. What about this one? I mean, that one looks okay. Yeah, I don't like that tile. Just wanted to see what that was like. I kind of prefer this one. If you start going ahead with like sequelitis quotes, I won't mind. Because I do love sequelitis, as long as it's not Ocarina enough Time, because that episode sucks. Alright, I need to enter a level name first. Work in progress. Can't think of a name right now, we'll come back to that. Also check this out, look how many death spikes this game has. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40... 46 death spikes. Like, you think that's enough death spikes? In fact, have a look, check this out. Oh wait a minute, that one doesn't show up that well. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone done this shit in their levels. Just have a variety of death spikes. They all do the same thing, but fuck it. I'm actually going to raise this after I'm done. I just want to see how it looks with all this shit put in. So it's just a clusterfuck. And this one. There we go. Hiding the death spikes in the back, that's actually not a bad idea. Okay, that's kind of a dick move. See, that's an idea for a level in of itself. But nah, I just want regular death spikes. What ones look nice for this level? How about these ones? Yeah, they kind of fit with the aesthetic. You don't see a resource bar. Yeah, they don't have a hot bar as far as I can tell. You can hide it though, but it's basically just like sub-menus. So you click this one for the backgrounds, this one for your objects, this one for the player, this one for enemies, that's for health, and then the bosses. And then all this stuff over here is like the title menu and music stuff. You don't have to put a boss in to finish the level because they do add in... where is it? Yeah, they do give you the ability to finish the level with either of those objects. Like, that's like a party ball, and then this is just like a collectible. But you can put a boss in and finish it that way if you wanted. Take care. See you later, D. Which one was this? Mega Man 4? Yeah, there it is. So we want to put something in between. I think it comes under enemies. Let's test that out so far. Let me just grab my controller. So I'm making a Wily Castle style level. I want to listen to the other song. I wish it would just stay onto that song and not the level editing song. Like, the level editing song's fine, but I just much prefer listening to the actual tune. Am I open to suggestions? Well, it depends what the suggestion is, but maybe. Right in this part. See, here's the cool thing. In fact, I'm going to make a separate area just to show you how cool this is. Let's say, for example, bear with me, I'm going to show you a real cool thing with this, with the tools. So you know how in Mega Man there's like the transitions? So in this game you can put transitions in, but you can also stop the transitions from happening. So that up there, this little icon represents the transition thing. If you click that, it becomes a dotted line, which means it's not a transition. So it starts scrolling left and right. But that also applies for vertical transitions, so you can also remove this, and then play it, and now everything scrolls. Or it doesn't. Oh, I know why. I need to make sure that's active, and there we go. They could maybe fix that, but yeah, it works for the most part. So that's really neat, you can like just turn that on and off at a click of a button. And we're just going to get rid of this and put Mega Man back. Music. Mega Man 6. Yeah, you're going to hear this song a lot. It's a pretty good tune. Right, now we're going to make a long stretch where you can just scroll forward for a bit, so that turns that off. I'm not even sure what I'm going to design yet, I'm just kind of putting this here for now. Mega Man's never had vertical auto-scrolling, but it has had horizontal auto-scrolling. But now we're going to place some enemies down, and then... Actually, let's make some platforms first, and then let's make some enemies. Put an E-tank up there as a reward, but we'll also put a hazard up here. I think it's under objects. You've got to slide under that so you can grab the E-tank, and then you've got to slide back. Also, you got to use the rush coil so you can get up there. We'll give him rush coil before we finish this. Right, now for the enemies, where are they? Here we go. I'm not super familiar with anything from 4 to 6, so I guess we'll just stick from 1 to 3 for now. Also, you can change the direction of where these enemies like come up and down from, if that makes sense. Like, I can make him go up and down or left and right. So we'll make him go up and down there. One more enemy. Let's make something from Mega Man 2, I guess. Put a few of them there. Get a Sniper Joe in here just to protect the door. Actually, let's get rid of that. Let's make it a high rising part. So let's go into configurations and enable sliding, and I guess enable charge shots as well. And where's the weapons? Ah, here we go. Rush coil. Right, let's test this out and see how this works so far. I need to put a transition in there, by the way. Like, that drop down needs a transition. And we've got this part. Defeat all the enemies. Then we defeat these guys. Shit. I tried to get as close to that as possible. I don't know if you can slide under two of them. Let's test that. Oh, you can? Right, okay. Yeah, I'll leave it at 2 then. And then that's it. That's as far as I've got so far. Put that transition back in. I'm going to make this a transition point. Also, I need to put the background in, I forgot. So this basically takes you outside the castle briefly for a sky segment. I don't think there's any auto-scroll functionality yet, but I'm not going to be putting one in. Let me see how this looks with the colour. Oh, I haven't put a transition point there yet. Keep forgetting to do that. So it should look like this. Do you think that tone of grey looks fine, or do you think we should make that in just black? Because it's either that or that. Black looks neat. Right, okay, let's do that then. Also, what was your suggestion a while back? Because I think I missed it. Are you open to suggestions? What if you use the same trick but with the shield guy? What do you mean by that? I was just looking back at the chat there. Where are the platform gimmicks? Oh, here we go. Gimmick-specific things. Let's just set that there, there. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll just make that 3 tall. Get rid of that and that. Okay, we're good. Sniper Joe at the eggs. Oh, right, okay, you mean the eggs defending this part. Yeah, I could do that. Also, even though he's facing this way, I think the game automatically detects which direction Mega Man's coming from. So he should be facing to the right when you come down there. In fact, let's try that. Oh, hang on. Didn't reset the spawn point. Let's test that real quick, see if he does like face toward Mega Man. Yep. It's pretty good, that. So we'll put Mega Man... We'll put him here. And also here's something that's pretty cool. So this is something that even Mario Maker didn't do at launch, but they did later on. Checkpoints. So if you die, you can come back from halfway through the level. And that transition works. We'll put Mega Man right here. For a second there, I thought that one disappeared, but I was just placing another one down. Should add a bit more of a ledge for the player to stand next to Sniper Joe. Yeah, here's the thing though, you don't have to fight him on that edge, you can fight him from here, because your bullets will still be able to travel across. Like, so I think that's what most people would do, they would just have like steady footing to work and fight from a distance. And then they would go for the jump. Or you could be on the moving platform if you wanted. I don't know, do you think I should maybe... I mean, I guess I could add a bit of a ledge. Let's see. Mega Man 1, is it? It is. Oops. No. Oh, you can do multiple, or... Hang on a sec, did I do just like 3 there? No, I didn't do 3. Or did I? Hang on a second, is that all connected, or is it... Oh, it's separate enemies, right, okay. I thought if you clicked it again it would make a new link, because that'd be kind of cool if you could make it go around several paths. Maybe in a future update they can do that. Oops. Meant to click save there. Nope, nope, nope. So we'll put Mega Man here. Of course, what's a Mega Man level without disappearing and reappearing blocks? See, this is cool, you can put down blocks and give them numbers, which is when, basically the order when they appear in. I'll tell you what though. We'll put a little ledge there just to give people a chance if they mess up. So if you fall down, you might still die if you fall down in the middle, but if you fall down you can recoup and try again. And I think these platforms respawn if they go off screen, so you could always come back down and get on those again. So that's number 5. Looking for a specific gimmick. I think those are like donut blocks, kind of. I'll just put on those clouds on those squares. And we'll put an enemy there to defend that edge. Have this guy. That's a transition point, that's good. Now let's test this out so far. I'll make adjustments if needed. And then of course if you mess up, fall down and there's the platforms again. And then if you mess up on the side, let's say you do that by accident. Right, so would you say that's fair but challenging? Could maybe put that a little bit closer. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, let me fix that. You can't pick up and replace something, like you can't put it somewhere else, you have to make a new one. So it's not like Mario Maker where you can drag and drop things. So I guess we'll put that there, and that there. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So that'll be 4. And that's 2, that's 3. Actually, hang on, let's make that 1. That's 2. And then we're back inside the castle, so let's get this and put it down again. I'm quite enjoying making these levels so far, even though this is like the second one I've made, not counting the tutorial one. So that's down there just to teach you what that does. How about some death spikes? Let's do a different kind of death spikes. Ones that stick out quite easily. That one looks good. Yep, that seemed to not blend in with the background, that's good. Yeah, I always like the idea of like Mega Man levels where you kind of infiltrate a castle. Like, you kind of do that with all the Wily castles, but some of them do it better than others. I think Cossack's castle is a pretty good example of that. Mega Man 10 is also a pretty good one. Right, so you ride that up and you have to jump over the wall of death spikes and then get the next one. Also, I'll put a checkpoint here so that you don't have to do that climb part again. Where's the checkpoint? I keep forgetting where everything is. There it is. A hammer guide there. It was funny when I grew up with like in NES and Super Mario. I'm sorry, I bumped the mic there. When I grew up with Super Mario and stuff, we got Mega Man eventually, the first one, and I always drew comparisons like between Mega Man and Mario 1 because you had this guy and I always thought, oh look, it's the Ham Bro. And then I think Bomb Man stage we had like those bullet things with the faces on them, and I was thinking, oh, Bullet Bill. I don't know why, but I was always like that when I played that game. It was like it was the same thing, but not really. Put a metal there as the last line of defense for that part. Yeah, we'll put an enemy there. Right, I didn't set I forgot to... Did I set the transition thing? Oh, I turned them off, right, that's fine. I guess I'll put death spikes here to prevent you from dropping down that way. Where are the spikes? Hopefully they can add like a hotbar function so that you don't you know, you don't have to keep scrambling looking for things when you can have like a set of things that you use most commonly. You can put that there just as a placeholder so I know where to put the other thing. Right, I'm nearly done. I'm going to do one more corridor after that and then that's it. I've already kind of thought in my head what to do next. Just need to find the right tile again. Gotta put a couple of power-ups down. We'll put a couple of them in there. And I guess I'll put that here. Enter the Gungeon has sold 1 million, oh that's cool. So I'm now going to make something else here, but I'm trying to find where it is. I don't know which one it falls under. Ah, here we go. So I haven't tried this yet, but we're going to make a water section. Oh, okay. Right, okay, so that's how it works. Oh, you can drag that? Okay, the last time I tried that, it didn't work. Okay, that doesn't work either. You can't put power-ups underwater, apparently. There we go. I'm waiting for it into the Gungeon to come to Switch. I already have the game, but I haven't played that much of it, but I wouldn't mind playing it on the Switch. I could see myself playing it on that system far more often. Just because it's portable and I can take it where I want. I could play it like on the bus to kill time like I did with Isaac. I like how easy it is to put water in this compared to like Mario Maker where it's like you can't even do that. Like, it's either, I said this earlier, but it's either just all dry land or it's just all water, and you can't have both. Thoughts on Nintendo stopping production on the new 3DS? I don't really have any. I mean, I've been saying for a while now that the 3DS kind of feels like it's on its last legs, even though it's got some really good games coming out. I kind of feel like this is the last year that the 3DS is going to get some really good games for it. Oh, can't put... It's weird. Can't put the... Well, how would that look then? Hang on a second. That's weird. It still has some games coming out, yeah, but I think the 3DS is kind of like on its way out still, sort of. Maybe not this year, but I think next year we'll start to see the decline of the system, but that's just my opinion. Gonna add an extra ceiling layer there. An interesting way to handle water, the way that it does this. So whatever tile you put it on, everything underneath that will be water. I mean, I guess it works. Trying to find some water-specific enemies. Or ones that can, like, swim through water. I don't know if there is any. I mean, I could just use flying enemies. I have to test this now. Don't know what that one does exactly. I'll be wrapping this up shortly, because we're already like 2.5 hours in. So I'm not going to make it last night where it's like... Not last night, the last time, sorry, there was like 3.5 hours of this. Because I do want to play some Crash shortly. I'm going to test if I can make that with the water. Yep, you can go all the way up. It's weird, you can't place Mega Man up there for some reason. I want to try something, but I need to test this for a second. Not quite far enough. Unless... Yeah, that's a bit of a tight jump. Let me try that one more time. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if you actually can make that with a well-timed jump. Mouse cursor's just gonna be there so I can click play quickly. Try to jump as close as I can to the ledge. You can make that, but it's a little bit too tricky. It's only like 1 or 2 pixels. So instead we'll just do that. I mean, I guess this could work. Yeah. I don't know if this is really level design per se, but it is fun to watch. For some reason you can't put the spike thing on top of the water origin tile, which is weird. Let me just test that one more time, just so I can see where... Right, okay. Back to Mega Man 4 tiles, put that there, or at least try to put that there. There we go. how many levels I'm going to make. Just this one for tonight. I might do something offline. Hopefully they can fix this up so I don't have to keep doing that, because it's a minor nuisance. Something, like, it's a bit of a limitation there, but I can kind of get that to work. Just curious, is this too tough? Let me try it. Yeah, I think that's a little bit too wide of a jump. I mean, it's doable, it's just a little bit of a stretch, so we're not going to do that. Actually, what we could do is... that might make it a little bit easier. Yeah, that was kind of my fault. Hang on. I jumped a little bit too early the first time there. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit of a compromise. We'll go with that instead. Now let's put some more enemies down for the final part before the boss door. I mean, I guess I could put a couple of them here. I should make all of them blue actually, just to keep with the theme of being underwater, under that sea. Then we can put the water back down, that's perfect. And checkpoint, of course. I have no idea what tile this is, but it looks kind of funky. You know, we'll just put that there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's find the center point there. Let's enlarge that a little bit. Pick one of the bosses that jumps around a bit. I mean, most of them jump around, but you know what I mean. Like one that jumps more than the attack. I guess Pharaoh Man would be a good choice for that. Also, I'd put that door on the wrong tile. Put it there. Make sure all the transitions are in place. That should be fine. Save. I actually wonder if I could do something. Hang on. Got an idea. I'll place that there. I think I've found a way to work around the limitations of what the game's giving me in terms of the tools. And then we can do this. Oh, it doesn't work. Shit. Oh well, it was worth a shot. I mean, I don't think it worked. Nah, that's it. That's kind of bullshit. I was hoping that the water would go through that, but it doesn't. It actually stops. It's fine. It's easy to fix. So just put that back the way it was. Just making sure everything seems nice and dandy. Well, I think we're good to go. Let me just put Mega Man all the way back at the start again, and we'll test it. Yeah, I didn't realise you could drag those. We're just going to drag them over a little bit. Oops. So we'll test this out and then we'll think about the weapons. I'm just going to play it without the weapons. Real Mega Men use Mega Busters. This just makes me want to play Mega Man again, like the classic ones. Maybe I'll play 1 to 6 again at some point. That would be fun, like as one-off streams. Might not be anytime soon though. Right, now for this part, I've not properly tested this yet. Yeah, that might need adjusting. Let's try that one more time. I think that's a little bit too wide of a jump. Let's fix that real quick. And this time we'll put Mega Man over there just for testing purposes. Which one did that come under? There it is. Have I heard the new Splatoon news? No, I haven't. What's up? Why did I even hit that checkpoint? I'm just going to spawn back here anyway. Oh yeah, the anime, I did hear about that actually. I forgot, but somebody told me earlier. Don't remember who. Yeah, hopefully they fix that so that the items kind of fall off into the bottom there. Yep, just stand there and just take the hits. Nice. Some minor tweaks needed, but other than that, it seems to be good to go. I'm gonna add more of these guys because they die in like one hit. I thought it was like hit them 3 times to get rid of them, but so I'll just add a couple more in. If they're that easily dispensable. Actually, let's push that back slightly. I don't want to have like a million enemies, but I just want like a decent challenge in that last corridor. I'm gonna test this room one more time. I don't know if that's too tight of a jump there, but I can get by it. Plus there's a checkpoint not that far back. So if you do mess up, you can just try that again. Ah, fuck. jumping too early. I keep thinking it's like a momentum based thing because I'm going up so fast that I jump higher. That's why I'm jumping so early. I'm not going to put a checkpoint there, by the way. I'm just going to make this one last big stretch before the boss, and then you get a checkpoint. Fuck. I let go of the jump too early. Yep, I'm pretty much terrible at my own level. Pretty much. I can't even do this. Oh yeah, you need to... I think you have to jump immediately there. I think you can wait for that to ride up, if that makes sense. I mean, it didn't sound right, but you know what I'm saying. You can't wait for that to go up, you have to... Yeah, I think I might actually have to change that. Like, that seems a little bit tricky. Like, a little bit too tricky. I got through that one time just by, like, jumping across it, but I think maybe I've got to, like, go the jump button quickly. Yeah, because if I'm struggling with this, then maybe I should fix that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Do you think I should fix that, or do you think that's fine as is? Because I'm not sure how people will take that, if they like that or not. Right, okay, I think we're pretty much done here. I'm gonna try that room a couple more times just to better evaluate this one. Yeah, if you time that just right, and if you like go for the jump button, I think that might work. I wanted to try that again without restarting the fucking... that portion of the stage. I mean, it's not overly difficult, and there's a checkpoint not that far back, so I might just leave it like that. Yeah, that's totally doable. Just testing enemy placements. Good job. Why can't I even do things anymore? Like, it's like... I was fine before testing it and then I'm crap at it. Yeah, that seems fine. Let me just adjust this. Maybe I could put him down. Nah, you can't do that. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's challenging but totally doable. Right, now let's give him some powers. Like I said, I usually play without using powers. Like I like using the Mega Buster for most levels, and then I use the powers against bosses. But I'll give the players some like powers to play with. Rolling Cutter. I don't know what most of these do, but I do remember the Tomahawk, it's just a projectile. You just fire it forwards. And I guess that as well. Oh yeah, I need to put a background here as well. Can we make this background unique, perhaps? Yeah, we'll make it like that. That works. Or... I mean, it does fit Pharaoh Man, but this isn't really a pyramid, is it? Oh, hang on a second. Idea. Actually, no, the clouds would kind of cut off there. I was going to start there with like the mountains, and then as you go up, you would see more clouds, but... Oops. Sorry, I bumped the microphone again. You can kind of see what I'm saying though. If I put that there, it's going to cut off at that edge. There's no like continuation as far as I can tell. So scratch that idea. Mega Man 5, I think. There we go. And then let's give him some weaknesses. Just one weakness. Give him a boss immunity as well. Immune to that, sure. So I think if you fire that against him, it will just bounce off him and not actually do any damage. Not even chip damage. Save. Let's see if the microphone's still on. Yep, it's good. Sometimes, due to how close the microphone is, I'll slightly occasionally bump it with my arm when I'm trying to like move it a little bit. And as a result, the cable might come loose. Fortunately, they fixed the OBS, so it doesn't take like a million years to get the connection back up again. Because before you had to like go into the settings and reapply like the microphone for it to work, and for some reason that takes longer than it sounds. And now it just detects it automatically as long as you previously set it up. So I think we're done here. Let's just make sure Mega Man's back at the starting position, come up with a name, and then let's upload it. Yep, he's at the starting position. Right, Fuck, how do you spell Pharaoh Man? Or does the game tell you? Nope, it doesn't tell you. Checking, I'm looking up. Pharaoh is one of those words where it's like... It's got weird letters. I'm looking at it right now, by the way. P-H-A-R-A-O-H. Yes, that's a weird one. Anyone else think that's a weird spelling for a word like that? Yes, let's see. P-H-A-R-A-O-H. I hate that you can't use the what do you call it? You can't use the comma thing? Not comma. I can't remember what it's called. It's the thing that goes between, like if you want to apostrophe. Like, I hate that you can't type in apostrophe because it looks unprofessional when you type it like that. Actually, I'm trying to think of a name. I was going to come up with some sort of cheesy name there, but I think I can think of a better one. How about... let's see. I have an idea, but I'm trying to think of the way to word it that makes it kind of sound amusing. Pharaoh Man Stole Wily's Castle. Do you think that's a good title? Pharaoh Man Stole Wily's Castle. Right, well I think we're done then. So we're going to upload it and beat the level one more time just to make sure everything's fine. Right, so let's go online. Upload. Let me see, make sure that that's spelled right, because I don't want it to be online and be a spelling error. Look everyone, Mel made a spelling error on the internet! Right, let's see, P-H-A-R-A-O. I'm sorry, I'm looking back and forth between the two screens just to make sure. P-H-A-R-A-O, P-H-A-R-A-O-H, H, yeah, that's fine. Again, Pharaoh was just one of those weird words where it's like, my brain can't comprehend how you spell this. Like, if I was to ever go in the spelling bee, and you say spell Pharaoh, I'd be like, fuck! Well, that's me out of the competition, I'm not gonna fucking get that. Right, so let's play it, and then let's upload it. Pharaoh Man Stole Wily's Castle. I wish you could have metals that don't walk after the attack. Maybe they could add that later as a variant. I don't mind the ones that walk, but I don't want them to be walking there. Yeah, screw that. Right, so far so good. But here comes the tricky part. Yep, I knew I was going to fuck up there first try. I always jump way too early on those for some reason. It's just because they go up so fast, I'm worried that I'm jumping too late. So I end up overcompensating and jumping too early instead. Okay. That was weird. I hope nobody experiences that glitch online. It's not really a fault with me creating the level so much as it's the game's physics. There we go. Just as long as I don't fall here, we should be good. So it's nice to see that they're bringing out patches fairly... Well, I would say fairly frequently, but they've only made one patch so far, but just knowing that they made it in like the one weekend and fixed a bunch of bugs already, it's good to see that they're like going to be fixing problems and then eventually adding new content. Right, that's the immunity. There we go. Yep, let's upload it. So for anyone that wants to play that, even though you just saw the entire level from start to finish, let's see my levels. There it is. Pharaoh's Manstall, Wily's Castle, level ID 32661. And yeah, I was going to say that like there was like 15 numbers, but there's only like 5 numbers. So yeah, 32661 is the ID code for that one.